It genuinely gets me so excited when the entire community that I can see has formed around the idea that this new game is going to be fucking amazing. I've seen so many awesome new features about it, but listen, Treyarch has dropped a bombshell of information. Not just dropping a trailer, not just saying a couple things about the core gameplay, but talking about literal defining features of not just Terminus, not just Liberty Falls as well, which we'll get into, and how Mr. Rothwaffles will be the man behind revealing that game. That map, I mean. We'll get into that. But this whole game, this video is going to be very long, and I'm going to detail literally everything. We're going to watch 18 minutes of gameplay with no HUD, unfiltered, just with full gameplay audio. We're also going to watch, we've already watched the trailer in a different video, but we will be watching the 3-minute intel look that Kevin Drew and the other team at Treyarch have released. Third thing we'll be looking at is all the tweets that Call of Duty has tweeted about progression, about bosses, about everything, about a save pause feature, about many other different things, about gobblegums, a million other things that are happening. First thing we're going to do, though, is watch that intel drop. Now, this intel drop was made by Call of Duty themselves, and you might have already watched it, so if you'd like to skip this part of the video, I would completely understand. But if you've only watched the trailer and you have not watched this, this is not the 2.5-minute trailer. This is something completely different, and I want to put this on your mind. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think without further ado, it's time to watch Zombie's character story intel drop from Call of Duty, from Treyarch themselves. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
We're all very proud and excited about this.
That is Craig Houston. Craig Houston has been there since the beginning. He is the lead writer at Treyarch from the last time that I know.
Game, and we can't wait to see fans get their hands on it.
At the end of Cold War, our heroes kind of saved the day. We had contained the Dark Ether.
Richtofen imprisoned them.
He's now the lead writer, so I guess Craig used something else. And he also mentions Richtofen. Richtofen was shown at the beginning of the other trailer as Weaver wrote him in the walls into the intro cutscene, not actually the gameplay trailer that was released today, but the intro cutscene that was released 2 days ago. Plenty other things are happening with this trailer. I'm super excited, and I think Kevin Drew and the whole Richtofen thing is crazy. There's also footage of Nolan North at Comic-Con talking about Richtofen possibly coming back in this game as well. I don't want to get too ahead of it. But let me see if I can find it real quickly. Nolan North basically says Richtofen will be returning to this game, and he says the things that they have going on are going to be amazing. I can't find it exactly right here. It's just going to be old things, so we'll move on. But there is footage.
So it was kind of saved the day. We had contained the Dark Ether.
Richtofen imprisoned them somewhere.
Yeah,
fast forward.
That is in the ending cutscene of Forsaken. At the end of that, Richtofen, imprisons all of the Requiem team, not including Samantha. At least to Terminus Island. And at the end of that, he also says he's going to go on with Project Janus at the end of that game. What happens with this game is also what happens is Peck, this is the location that Peck points at on the map and that Japanese fishing hut on that other, ending of that cutscene. Peck points and says, I need to go here to meet some old friends. And this is at least 10 years after the fact of that original thing happening with Richtofen imprisoning them and the events of Forsaken.
6 years, and our crew have been in the deepest, darkest hole that the director could find to conceal them from the rest of the world, and we will be breaking them out and discovering the state of the world. All of the characters have gone under quite a bit of a change. Prison changes people, that's kind of inevitable.
Our crew for Zombies this game is Weaver, Dr. Gray, Carver, and Maya. The first three were our handlers in Cold War.
You got Weaver, who's this grizzled veteran, used to be a CIA spy, spec ops soldier.
He's been through a lot since the events of Cold War. I think it's hit him harder than most because he failed his team, and he's had 6 years to have that guilt amass.
6 years, not 10.
Gray has undergone a transformation.
She's physically toughened up a lot compared to the kind of lab geek that she was, and that's going to be very important now that she's boots on ground.
46.
Carver is the hardcore military guy.
He's been stripped of his rank. Trying to find his place could be something that he could possibly struggle with.
You're supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
Maya is a new character that we're adding.
She's coming into this story desperately trying to find her brother. She's had to make an unlock.
And that's the thing that you got to realize with this game is there are many different things going on at once in this original trailer. The thing with Cold War is there was a lot of just one story going on and following that one story. But in this trailer that they initially shown for, Black Ops 6 for Terminus Island, we get multiple different motivations from different people. Peck breaking them out at Terminus Island so that he can, take down Richtofen because Richtofen stole his life's work. What is his life's work? I honestly don't know. Yeah, the other motivations of Weaver and the entire Requiem team wanting to take down Richtofen as well, because he was the one that imprisoned them. You also have different struggles that each person went through. Weaver having very satanic, manipulative mind fucks going on with him. Carver having this super big regret because he was stripped of his rank, and Dr. Gray toughening up a little bit. You can even see what happened to Strauss and Raptor 1. All these characters have their own different, unique motivations, and we actually have a reason to why things are happening instead of them just saying, well, Omega bad. Also, Maya is trying to find her brother, which is a complete contradiction to what Peck even brought her there in the first place to get Richtofen. We're seeing that internal conflict, and that's something that we're going to see a lot within this next game, is differing inspirations and differing motivations for what they want to carry out.
Like the ally in the form of Peck.
This is Maya. She's with me.
Dr. Peck was a villain from the previous game, so they are not happy to see him.
That kind of adds suspicion to Maya's character in everyone's eyes. Like, why are you hanging out with this guy? He's part of the reason we're here. You can't trust him.
But they quickly realize that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So they all are aligned on wanting to hunt down
So there it is. That's him talking about Richtofen being in the cell. Now you can see other carvings on this wall. First off, the tally marks, that's an obvious call, that's an obvious hint to what we've seen in the past with, people just being in prison. But we have other things. Richtofen right here. Now, this Richtofen writing is very actually similar to the Shangri-La Richtofen writing, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, what a lot of people have been questioning is the idea of, well, maybe Weaver is having, sort of flashbacks of things that have happened in the Ether story, because although this isn't the Ether story, it's a Dark Ether, which is obviously stems from that old story. So people have been comparing this carving to the carving from Shangri-La and saying, well, I can 100% see what's going on there. There's definitely, let me see if there's some information here about it. You can see that old carving in a part of Shangri-La. So yeah, that is definitely there, and this resembles it quickly. There's also other symbols down here. Think of a pentagram, Requiem, the Requiem symbol, other symbols. People have been able to detect these symbols as certain things, but all of it is really kind of to say, Weaver's fucked up. He's fucked up right now.
Wanting to hunt down Richtofen and getting revenge.
All of us share a common enemy. The guy who locked you up.
We're going to be having hero character interactions, so they're going to be speaking to each other.
All those years behind the bars. Feels good to get hands-on again.
Pace yourself.
Yeah, finally, they're actually going to be talking to each other instead of just vanilla quotes between different operators. This is a great thing because it actually brings, life to the map and doesn't just feel like another sandbox that we're playing.
Carver, I think we're just getting started.
That's only going to be happening when they play the dedicated crew.
They interact with each other. You get a lot more information about how their relationships sort of change.
Look alive, Gray.
And you can still play as any other operator, but if you choose to play as these hero characters, you're just going to get a richer experience because there's just more narrative content. To put the players actually into the characters that are living the story,
Here's a bunch of gameplay. So this is something different, very different. I'm guessing what happens here is you turn on the power and the zombies will break out of it. Or something, you turn on something and the zombies will break out of it. We see that a lot where sometimes power will turn on or you'll try something and things will happen. Think of Mauer to Toten where the power switch goes back down when you try to click it. Think of other maps where you, like in Chaos maps where you get the Sentinel artifact and then a bunch of zombies start spawning, a bunch of doors start opening. You see that a lot with power and that looks like what's happening here.
To put the players actually into the characters that are living the story, it brings back that.
That is a machine. Now, I will get into this very quickly.
To put the players actually into the characters that are living the story.
So there are two new type of machines in this game. Number one of the new type machines is the Trials. Now, we remember Trials from Cold War. Think of it very similar in this game, but the machines are going to look different. The second one is going to be alternate ammo type machines. No longer will you be getting alternate ammo type from the Pack-a-Punch, as a Pack-a-Punch no longer has a HUD/menu that you open when you try to Pack-a-Punch. Now what happens with Pack-a-Punch is when you try to Pack-a-Punch, you'll just Pack-a-Punch normally with the normal animation that happens. But with the ultimate ammo types, you can go in here and choose your ultimate ammo type from this, from these machines, not from the Pack-a-Punch itself. They've just separated the two things with a new alternate ammo type mod, which we'll talk about later.
It brings back that tightness that I think fans loved and are going to really welcome back this time.
100%.
The teams have been working so hard, and we're really excited for everyone
Monkey
to
Bomb.
experience the characters in this story
Hell yeah.
in Black Ops 6.
Let's also bring this up real quick. So
everyone to
what we saw
experience
this
the characters in the story.
right here. So he takes himself with a syringe. Now we're going to see a very similar score streak system in this game. We 100% know that's coming. He takes himself with a syringe and he turns into a sort of juggernaut that can run through players. A marauder is a way to describe it. And he is able, that is a mangler, but he is able to run through zombies and be more of a brute juggernaut. And we'll see more information about that later. But let's watch the 18 minutes of gameplay from Mr. Waffles. He'll link me down in the description, as he is also doing his own thing. Now, before we do watch this gameplay, let's talk about Mr. Waffles real quickly. He's been making videos about him. You know, this is his story reaction videos. This is him talking about everything. But he's been making other type of videos. I nearly died in the river. I found trans in real life. I went ghost hunting. All of these different type of videos. They nearly caught me. They sent me into the forest. I took the flight, opening the briefcase. So, what is going on here? Many people believe that Mr. Waffles will be the person behind opening Liberty Falls. Now, Liberty Falls is seen to be taking place in Virginia, the second zombies map on Black Ops 6. Now, what Mr. Waffles has been doing is he has gotten these codes. He got kidnapped on a stream like many other streamers did. He opened the briefcase, and his codes that have been going on have been strictly towards what's happening with Liberty Falls. He's gone to America, gone to Washington, D.C., went to the forest, and now he's heading towards Virginia, which will be, you ready for this? Liberty Falls map place, where we'll have elements of buried, transit, and maybe other maps as well, including the jet gun, church, and other things. So, like I said, we will get to that when we see the end of Liberty Falls. You'll see some other images, but that's what Mr. Waffles was doing. He is the man behind revealing Liberty Falls.
This is 18 minutes of Black Ops 6 Zombies gameplay.
Right away, new gobblegum. There's a new gobblegum. You can get a red gobblegum that when you use it, by opening the box, you will get the wonder weapon on the first hit. That is a brand new wonder weapon gobblegum. You can only use it once when you pop it, and you will, ready for this? Next hit. First hit, wonder weapon. The wonder weapon is awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Everything I've seen about the wonder weapon is really cool. It is called the Beam Smasher. That is the name of it. There are two different ways to use the wonder weapon. I don't really know the ammo count, but I do know that it is not infinite ammo because there is a reload animation and two different ways you can use it. Maybe the second way is, you know, recharging your ammo. I don't know the differences, but let's see. So here's him getting the wonder weapon here. Down. And there you go, right there. Parasite zombie boss. We see the parasites in Shadows of Evil. These are very similar. You hear a sound cue. They spawn in from a portal in the sky. They come out. They start spitting you with throw up, kind of poison throw up. Same thing sort of here. Don't know if they're much stronger, but they're working very similar. Salvage is also back. Rare and common salvage are back. Systems are back. If you don't like salvage, you do like salvage, it doesn't matter because it is back. You can also see in the background here, this guy with a different type of laser gun. We'll get into that as well. Very powerful. See that these zombie bosses right here, these are the same parasites we've seen. And look at that. Here's the second version of the weapon. You can toggle it, just something like the wave gun. Use this version, which looks like it pushes the zombies back or it just stuns them because I don't see it killing any of them. Also, the other thing, you just watched the nuke and double point spawn in. No more carpenters. Carpenters have been removed from the game completely. There is a new power-up called Full Armor, which literally does exactly what it does, make your armor full. But carpenters are gone. More awesome just footage of him killing zombies, heavy zombies, regular zombies. We see that crawlers are back in the game, which is very nice. And here's footage of the Mangler. Now, the Mangler has a very unique feature. A lot of people might be upset of seeing the Mangler again because it's a zombie boss we've seen before. We've seen it in Garage, seen it in Modern Warfare 3, we've seen it in Cold War. But there's a very unique feature in this Mangler boss. You now have the ability to kill the Mangler and pick up his hand cannon. And we'll see that here in just a second as he kills him. There he goes. By the way, he was able to use the Omni movement backwards. He did use the Omni movement to dive backwards. And as he did that, PhD Flopper. PhD Flopper would be able to use at all angles that you dive. But there will be sliding in this game as well, which means PhD will probably be used for both features. Look at that. He runs up, He picks up the Mangler hand cannon, and now he has the ability to use it. Let's watch. It's got a charge up, but God, it's good. It looks like it's a get the fuck out of my way type of gun. I don't know if this is just like something you can use for a couple shots or a weapon you can hold for the entire game. My guess would be the first one, something similar to the Wonderwall from Call of the Dead, but it is very cool to see. Looks like it's just 3 shots, then you gotta throw it out. That right there, we'll get to that real quickly. This new gun right here, you can see the Wonder Weapon is not Pack-a-Punch, but he does have an alternate ammo type. Like I said, those two upgrades are now completely separate from each other. This new ability right here is a brand new double Pack-a-Punch AAT ability. What it does is it creates little portals around the zombies and then teleports them above to fall down and die. Here's what the footage is right here. You'll see it. Don't know if you can see it in this footage, but that is what happened. These are also the model of the new heavy zombies. They no longer are going to have sort of the armor that you saw the heavy zombies have in Black Ops Cold War, but they are definitely present here. Yeah. We'll cut to some more footage of the beginning of the game. This is where you spawn in. This is obviously where you spawn in because after the beginning cutscene of this game, the intro cutscene, they just kind of walk out, you know, from their prison cells. This is where they spawn in. Makes a bunch of sense. That is a rampage inducer right there. That is the rampage inducer from Black Ops Cold War that is able to speed up rounds. It is returning. Obviously, this is a item that you can or cannot use. You have the ability to choose which side, but it's back, and I think that's a great thing because I thought it was a great feature in Cold War. Also, there are now, once again, gun rarities on the wall. Gun rarities are here to stay, ladies and gentlemen. You see them in the wall box, and obviously, there are new things called zombie kits. Zombie kits are a thing that you can use. You can buy a gun off the wall, and it will be fully customized with whatever attachments, camos that you want for the gun off the wall from the main menu from your gunsmith. You buy an XM4, you put a red dot sight, extended mag, fast mag, and any other thing, but you buy it in game and it's not there. Well, no longer. It will now all be there. Also, looks like you spawn it with 2 different guns. Pistol and this one. Hear that music? There it is. There it is, the same thing that we saw earlier. And obviously, these purple arrows are signifying the power location. Right there. Power location is probably outside. This map looks massive. Quick revive! Look at that right there. Look at this zombie right here. You see that right there? Dropped a gun. It'll just work like Cold War with the wall weapons where the rarity goes up the longer you play. Same sort of thing. This is something that happens every single game. You open this door and you see this right away. I don't know what this entails story-wise, but you see footage of a zombie attacking a guy, you killing the zombie. That's it. It's just some footage you're seeing as you open the door. It's just a little thing that happens. It's something that they've put in there to be more CGI. I think it's very cool. See how the box was white and then turned green with the rarity? That's going to be the rarity of the gun. Mystery box light is blue, just like in the last game. Juggernog right here in the corner. Juggernog will be in the outside barracks hut area. That is pretty cool, as Quick Revive is inside. That is definitely Juggernog. Also, when he walked in, I believe there's something on the right here. That's just a salvage thing. And this is the same thing we saw earlier. Another machine that we talked about. That's the same one. That is the same machine. From here. This machine right here to... this machine right here is the same thing, except for this one's turned on. Probably from the power. Ammo boxes are back. Ammo crates. That was a feature in Cold War that I don't know everyone loved, but I did like it. Ammo boxes are back. You no longer die to not having ammo. Oh shit, that's the same room. Okay, let's see. Crafting bench right there. We just saw that. Crafting bench right here. Also, this is the same area we saw before with the parasites. There's a mystery box when you go up right here. There's a doorway with mystery box. Barracks down here with jug. Crafting bench. So this is literally the same room we've already seen where he fights the parasites and uses the wonder weapon, but in a different place. We're at 315. Let me go back real quick. This is the same area. This is him walking down the same area using his wonder weapon. So it looks like that looks like that this is this area. You go, I don't know what up those stairs are. I don't believe he ever does go up there. But this is where he just came out. That's the barracks. Juggernog is in that corner here. Crafting bench over here. Very cool. Nice that I caught on to that. Power is this way. Okay. Open the door. More animations of zombies killing people. Did that other thing turn into a zombie? No. Elemental pop, not turned on because the power isn't on, but there it is. Elemental pop, another power arrow. Let me turn it back real quick. It's on the right. Is that a zip line? I think that's a zip line from Cold War that we see in Maurid or Toten. Not 100% sure about that, but that's just a guess. This should tell you the scale of the map. There's a wall by right there, very far away. That should tell you the scale of the map. As long as everything we've seen up here, that's all the Juggernog location that we already saw, all that. You can go in here based off the boat that we see in the trailer, and we'll see that in the gameplay here. But it looks like you go outside to go to the power, and that part is playable. Or let me say, I don't know if that part specifically is playable, but the water is. Another box Y. Another ammo crate right up here. We also see something right up here. I think that is another ammo crate if it's not something else. Something on the right here, or the left here. He can drop down. Very nice, Maya. I think motion blur is on because the characters look a little bit blurry, or it's just the gameplay. Power. Same thing we saw in Cold War. We're in the mines. PhD flopper right on the left side here. We see that. PhD flopper right here. Not turned on, obviously power's not, but this is a very good PhD flopper machine. I'm really a fan of that. Gobblegum, Mr. Peaks. It's got its own jingle, by the way, which is awesome. He bought it. Let's watch this animation. I'm guessing it's very similar to Cold War PhD up here. Just click it in. A little bit laggy there. Jumped in. Is that anywhere by here? Anywhere by here. Ooh. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but you can see your players through the walls. I think this is a thing in past games. Look at him right here. You can see his outline through the walls. That is a thing in this game. It's also been a thing in past games, but you can see here as well. Power location right here. Guy right here. Definitely a door or a trap right here. I'm guessing this is the squid trap from the other side. That looks like a trap turned on, like a thing to turn it on. Or that's just a way to open the door. Might just be the way to open a door. Right here, the arsenal. We already know what that is. We already talked about this, the arsenal. That is the double pack punch feature there. Same sort of thing we've already seen before with them eating the zombies. Nice thing with the arsenal there. And this is where, like I said, that's what I said earlier, but this is where you're going to turn on power and those guys are going to come out. 100% thing I just said. I just predicted it, man. Yep, you turn on the power and look, he jumps out. Yep, I fucking knew it. Yep, and you go in a little lockdown. Or is that a power? Oh, you have to go in a lockdown to turn on the power. That's what it looks like here. You go in this lockdown, they start chasing the things. Also, there's the new zombie boss. Right here, you're gonna see him very quickly. Spider boss can come out of other zombies. We've already talked about this guy before. There's him. Him shooting him horribly, jumping after the other guy. This guy's got no aim, Mr. Ruff. What was your trash? No, I'm kidding. Contact grenade, we've seen that before. What's that on the left there? Oh, same thing we've already seen. That guy right there has a red ability going on with him. I don't know exactly. That is a player, not a zombie. You can see him right here. I don't know exactly what's going on. He has some sort of ability, probably a gobble gum. There's the spider boss again. There's the heavy zombie, and bam, turns it blue. Vaulting is back in the game. You just saw it right here. Vaulting was one of the best things about Cold War, and it looks like it's returning. Very nice. God, that makes the map so much more replayable. Thank you, Cold War. And PhD and such a high, you know, so many verticality, so much verticality in this map. That's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Oh shit, that's me. Here, let me move me over here. Let's go back right here. This is the way to turn on Pack-a-Punch. So maybe that's not turning on power, but doing the lockdowns is the way to turn on Pack-a-Punch is actually what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Doing those lockdowns isn't power, but Pack-a-Punch. Pack-a-Punch comes from under the water. No animation, no menu. Is it there forever? Is it only there temporarily? We don't know. Melee Macchiato right there. There's the new perk machine right there. Is that a sentry gun? I'm not sure. Melee Macchiato. If you don't know what Melee Macchiato does, it is a melee punching perk that basically punches and obliterates everything. A whole area. Not just one zombie, but all of them. Looks very good. Also, we have this thing right here. That's the arsenal. We already saw that, actually. Pack-a-Punch weapon looks pretty weak, actually. There's an example of the spider going out of the zombie's head. We don't really see that, but there it is right there. Bang. Spider jumps out of his head. Killed him. Spider zombies look pretty easy to kill. Salvage dropping. If he wasn't in gun mode, my boy would be dead. Another crafting bench right here. At least 2 craftable items in this game. Don't know if it's gonna be a shield or what, but there's definitely craftable items. Or no, it's not gonna be that. The crafting bench is now with armor and stuff, so there's not gonna be. There's Melee Macchiato. There's the parasite we saw earlier. Melee Macchiato machine can actually punch and kill zombies, kind of like the Mule Kick machine was able to shoot guns and kill zombies. And here's the boat of the game. Now, most people think that you can actually control this boat, but the boat actually controls itself, which kind of sucks. I would love to be able to ride around in the boat. Unless you can. Can you control it yourself? I'm not sure. Yo, you control it yourself. You control it yourself. Yep. That's very nice. Very cool. And look, you can definitely control yourself because he's running into the wall. And look, you can go outside with the boat and we'll see some more awesome things here. Map is very dark. I like that. It's dark, but it's colorful. That's a very big difference because there's maps that are dark and not colorful. This one is dark and colorful. And there's the new zombie boss we also were talking about. Ones that can kill you. And that cloud of acid is going to follow you. That's to ensure, you know, you can't be in the water for too long, which is very nice. There's a whole other part of the map that we haven't even explored yet. parasites look like a different color here. Actually, I don't think so. Blue wall by. Contact grenades. Very nice. That zombie, that was funny. Just... Ray gun. Ray gun's in this game. Oh shit. Fuck, I skipped way ahead. Ray gun right there. Omni movement being shown. You guys got bad aim. Also, the zombie still drops smoke drops. Is that an armor? That is an armor wall buy. You now can buy armor. That's new. I haven't seen that before. Armor wall buy. There's the box. Whole nother part of the map. This island right here. This map's fucking huge. I hope there's easy ways to traverse it, not just with the boat, but maybe other things like zip lines, teleporters, whatever. See, the thing about this is there's only 8 perks confirmed in the map. I'm wondering if there's a Wonder Fizz machine or the perks are going to be this separated, or these are just going to be kind of their own areas. The perks that have been in the map that are 100% in it. Juggernog, Quick Revive, Speed Cola, Stamina, Elemental Pop, PhD, Melee Macchiato, Deadshot. No Double Tap, no Mule Kick, no Death Perception. No Electric Cherry. Although Elemental Pop might have that. Looks like parasites spawn at higher rates here rather than the normal area, which is good. I like that uniqueness. Ammo box right there. And this looks like something that can maybe that is a place where you can call the boat to you. Have the boat drive to you. That looks like something or something else. I'm not sure. That part is definitely playable too, though. Gameplay map, design of the map is great. I think that's the round. I think that's the round chase music. All right, special round. This is a special round. Think of hellhounds, think of parasites. See what's happening because the entire sky is going purple. No. That was a special round. That greenness was an only parasite round. So it is a thing. And now we're going back to normal because here comes zombie, right? Yep. That was a special parasite round. Okay. I feel like this is the same room we've already seen, but Elemental Pop is right here on the left. Yep, there's Elemental Pop. We just missed it. Go right back. Literally 2 seconds. There it is. Elemental Pop, baby. That is a zipline thing. I was right earlier. You can definitely use that to go down. There it is, right there. That's a zipline. That's good. You gotta be able to traverse the map, and he's gonna use it. Well, there you go. I guess I didn't have to look so deep into it earlier. There's the boss right here. He's been shooting down for the cloud, for the boat that's coming on. This is definitely a way to take the boat. And here's the other new zombie that we're gonna see. Yeah, he's there because the guy's in the boat there. That sort of green cloud around the boat is that boss zombie's way of making sure you're not in the water the whole time. Is that the arsenal we've seen before? Also, there's a gobblegum machine back there. Gobblegum machine. Yeah. Here's the part in the trailer where you see him shoot the portal. There it is. It's a trap, right? I mean, it's just a trap in the game. I believe it's a trap in the game. That is so cool, though. What an amazing trap. Heavy zombie, regular zombie, heavy zombie with titties. Melee macchiato, there it is. First look into the perk jingle. It didn't sound that good, honestly. And here's more use of the melee macchiato perk. Okay. What are you throwing there? D4? Perk usage right there. I'm just gonna let this part play out. The perk. I mean, you can see what's happening here. You can swim in the water. All things we've kind of seen before, but also new areas of the map. Here's the new trap. New trap. So this new trap is a tentacle trap. It's been leaked before, but I didn't know that until someone said it. When you activate this trap, you have to crouch. If you don't crouch, you will get sucked up and die. It's the tentacle squid trap that you see in the trailer. The traps in this map look phenomenal. That's the Uzi right there. That's an AK-74U. It's hard to tell. God, training in this game's gonna be great. And here's the trap. Yeah, if you stand underneath the trap and don't crouch, you will die. Look at that trap being used. So sick. Look, see, he slid under it. Very cool. We're gonna move past this part. Here's the second boss zombie that we haven't seen yet. This is a more brute boss. This is the Warren, think the Panzer. This zombie, I don't know how it spawns in. It looks like it also comes from other zombies. But right there, he is just a combination of a bunch of zombies. The best way I can think of him is the final Reich boss. If you just watch real quick. Look at him. Thrasher is a very similar way to describe it. Looks like you shoot his pores. Holy fuck, is this guy Scorpion? Oh, just like the Mangler. Very cool boss. Yep, you shoot his pores to kill him, just like the Thrasher. The best way I could describe him was literally this zombie boss right here, but he's very cool. Looks like you can change where the PAP location goes if you want it to come down or come up. That's very cool. Yep, double pack punch is back in terms of upgrading even more. Probably 3 tiers, just like the first game. 5,000, 50,000, 30,000. I'm fine with that. I think that's good. Omni movement being used. Movement looks very good in this game. Looks like you go very quick, and I don't know if he has stamina up in this clip. But I would guess no. The Pack-a-Punch camos look pretty good too. I'm a fan of them. They're not the best, but they're good. You can obviously swim from one side to another. I don't know if it would be recommended. I don't know if the boss zombie and the thing can take you. And this looks like it's a triple pack. The purple is very nice. And here's the thing we saw in the trailer, him using this, and guess what he's gonna turn into? And look at him. He's a Mangler now. Run through them, Mangler. Yeah! Very cool. Also, that's another thing about this game. You can toggle between wanting to play first person and third person mode literally the entire game. Not just for this, but if you want to play the whole game third person, you can. This is so cool. Maybe my favorite thing I've seen so far about the whole map. So you can temporarily take the sand cannon from Mangler or use the ability to become yourself one. How do you get this ability? Obviously, we're not going to know till launch, but it is very cool. Here is more footage of the Wonder Weapon. Things we've kind of already seen. We already saw this footage, and I believe that is going to be everything. Oh. And here's the trailer. Here's a little mini 20-second trailer if you haven't seen this before.
We got some dead meat to grind.
There we go. Shout out to Mr. Raffle Waffles for the footage. Thank you very much. Go subscribe to him if you haven't already. Man, this guy hit 2 million subscribers. This guy deserves 2 million subscribers. Go subscribe to him. Okay, everything else we're going to see so far. That is all the footage that we've seen so far about the characters and the intel drop. That is what we've seen. That's me making a thumbnail. Hell fucking yeah. LA Knight. Yeah. All right, next up. Call of Duty themselves tweeted about many different things. Many different things. We can go through this pretty quickly because this video is an hour long. First thing, huge thing. Call of Duty now has the ability to save and quit a zombie mode. You are playing, it's 11 at night, you're at round 65. You don't want to play the whole night. You don't want to keep your game on the whole night. You just want to save, quit, and go even disconnect, leave where you left off. If you crash in the middle of a game, you can now come back. No longer are you going to be fucked. You can now come back, which this also will eliminate, though. Being able to save, quit, and crash, and save gobblegums. This will eliminate it. You can go back into your game when you disconnect. Very, very cool. Very, very awesome. I love to see this. This is one of the best things in the world. Awesome. Splitting the cost of doors. This is something we've seen before in the past. Black Ops 6 now has the ability you can split door costs with other players. We've seen that in Infinite Warfare as well. Also, I already talked about this. Third-person mode. If you want to play in third-person method, you can do that. Hell yeah. This is amazing. Shout out Call of Duty for everything with that nature. Treyarch, another thing as well. Class prestige progression. Plus a whole lot more. 4 mastery camos, gold, diamond, dark ether, whatever the other one is going to be. Zombie reticle challenges, whatever. Calling cards, 100% completion reward, awesome. Dark ops, hell yeah. Daily challenges, unlock unique main quest rewards. Main quest rewards, unique awards. What are those going to be? I don't know, but I love everything I'm hearing about it. We'll see what they actually bring it up to. We are making our main quests more challenging for hardcore fans while also developing a new way to grow the community. More challenging hardcore Easter egg. Bro, I'm telling you right now, Naruto and Cold War as a whole is fucking too easy. They have decided to make the difficulty harder. What they will be doing is having the main quest not being completed on launch. You gotta do it yourself. You gotta beat it. I don't know if these are gonna make the hunt take longer. I'm not sure. But weeks after the Easter eggs are disabled, what will happen? Round progress caps will be within the Easter egg. And the other thing that will happen is once the map has been out for a couple weeks, Easter eggs has been solved, you will have the ability to jump back in at a later point and then play the Easter egg yourself with a guided help throughout the time you're playing it. It's going to be a second game mode, a guided mode for launch, and it won't be at launch, but it will be after the fact the Easter egg is solved. Harder Easter eggs is the best thing we've heard so far. Hell yeah. Second map, West Virginia town, Liberty Falls is the name of the map. This is where Mr. Waffles will be going. We'll be hearing more about this at ConNext on April 28th. Or August 28th, I'm so sorry. Can't really talk about too much about Liberty Falls. All I will say is there will be mixtures of other maps within it. Why do I mention this? Well, the reason I mention this is because we see this on the Black Ops gameplay trailer with the short 10-second sort of sign that we see for that map. Now, I will pull it up very quickly. I don't want to look at the trailers because you guys have probably watched it. But if you watch the end of this trailer, I think there is something very important to call out. Right here, you're going to see very heavy inspiration from other maps. First off, the jet gun. We already know that's there, the jet gun. Also, you can see the diner in the back here, diner. Transit diner, jet gun confirmed. Other thing, Dark Ether portal. What is this? That is the buried church. That is the clock there. That is the top of the church. That is the Pack-a-Punch. The Pack-a-Punch of this map will be a Dark Ether buried church. We are going to see parts of the Ether story seep into this Dark Ether story, which are going to make it very interesting. And that's why I say parts of Transit and parts of Buried are confirmed for this map. We literally say that because it's literally shown right here. What, you get 8 seconds? That's the buried church, but very different. Very nice. Looks like Vea Victus. Next thing we'll see here, we talk about the new Wonder Weapon. He's already talked about that. Quality of life changes. Solo match, you can now pause, take a break, obviously. New to solo match experience, you can now save and quit to continue later. Squad matches will allow for join in progress at any point, even if you disconnect. You're with the group of 4. You disconnect. It sucks. It's all right. Join back in. You'll be just fine. Next thing as well. Players will have extensive comms. We've already talked about that. They'll be able to talk to each other. Philippine Sea, we already talked about this well. We know the story behind the map. Welcome. 2 maps available at launch. Terminus Prison map and the other one. Second thing as well, main quest. We've already seen that. Movement being redefined. Maneuvers, hell yeah, Omni movement. Next thing as well. The ability to display your HUD. This is the HUD display that we are seeing so far. There will be new and different unique HUD displays, such as a legacy HUD display and other ones. You will also be able to remove and bring in new things. You want to take off the mini map on your HUD? Go right ahead. You want to take off the perks on your HUD? Go right ahead. You want to take off the round counter on your HUD? Go right ahead. You want to move the round counter to the top left to the top right? Go ahead. If you want to move things all around, you can do it. The customizability of this game is endless, and we are seeing that within this game. We're seeing that customizability, not just within the HUD, within the health bar. We can see all things customized, and that is, you know, making the experience exactly what you want. With that ability, we also will have customization experience in ammo mod, reserves, augments, field upgrades, and every other thing. There are over 100 augments to unlock at launch. We can't see what builds you unleash with them. Oh, fucking yeah. We've seen that in previous games, and they will be returning in here. Select a primary and a dedicated melee to take in with you. Yep, you have one primary weapon and a dedicated melee, which either could be a pistol, a knife, or maybe special melee weapons that they will see. They will be obviously adding these as the game goes on, including more wonder weapons, and we'll see that. Crafting table, we've already seen. It looks like that this Mangler ability will probably be used within the crafting table, within salvage. Very cool. We've already seen that before. Mr. Peaks, Gobblegums are back. Let's see all these things. Here is other images of Mr. Peaks. That is Arsenal Accelerator. We've already seen that before. Hell yeah, we've seen that in the previous games. A lot of Gobblegums have been confirmed, and that is just one. We've seen Perkaholic. We've seen Wall Power. We've seen the Wonder Weapon one that we saw with the box. Other things. Here's the Melee Macchiato one. The Perk Colas. There is no perk limit, just like in Cold War. Other thing as well, the Arsenal machine is used for making your rarities go up. No longer doing that on the craft table. So we have the Arsenal machine, rarities. We have the other machine, double pack punch abilities, and we have the craft table. Boom Smell. Here's a brand new field upgrade that you can bring it in as well. The Dark Flare field upgrade and the Shadow Rift ammo mod. The Shadow Rift is the one I already talked about with the portals being able to have the zombies go up above you and you fall down. And the Dark Rift field upgrade is another thing that you can use besides Ether Shroud, besides all the other things. Cryo Freeze, Turn, Dead Wire are all returning. Blast Furnace is returning. Same thing with the other field upgrades. Ether Shroud all returning, all of them. But these are the new additions. No Shatter Blast will be in this game. This is the replacement. We already saw this before. The Beam Slayer. This is very cool. Shout out Weaver, my boy. Tentacle and Void Trap. Two very other things. Although these traps are very awesome, they are both just traps, like I said. Nothing to do with the main Easter egg. Although they will probably be at least somewhat involved with it. All I'm saying is this is the most expansive zombies map I can think of since Shadows of Evil, since other maps that we've had in the past. This looks like a hardcore zombie map blended from the beginning with, you know, very casual friendly tendencies. A more difficult Easter egg and more difficult other things and side modes. We are planning to have the biggest thing we've ever seen in zombies history with this launch. And this is just one map. We still have Liberty Falls, which probably will definitely not be to the extent of this map, but will be a very good casual map alongside this one. Think Shadows of Evil and the Giant. Although I don't think Liberty Falls would be as simple as the Giant, it will be much simpler to a point where those casual fans will be able to come in. Along with free DLC, free upgrades, and many other things. I believe that Black Ops 6 is going to be the game of the future for the zombies community with its amazing color, amazing style, and other things we've seen as well. Everything that I've seen on Twitter, if you just want to go on this timeline, has been nothing but positivity about this game. I've loved everything that I've seen about it so far, and I think we're going to see many more amazing things about it as well. I love everything that I'm seeing, and I'm so happy that I am just happy. You know, there's been so many things that I've been, you know, sort of sit back on, not been happy about. Other games in the past, I've been excited, but there's parts I've been critical. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what I think is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I am loving everything that I am saying. I am loving Black Ops 6 Zombies. I am loving it all. And I appreciate you guys watching. So many new features. So many new wonder weapons. Let me know if you're excited as well. New videos coming out tomorrow. Hot takes with Guidos coming out. Initial thoughts, reaction coming out. About your guys' reactions about everything we've seen so far about this trailer. Hell fucking yeah, boys. Call of Duty Zombies is back. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a good one. Thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, leave a like and subscribe. What the fuck are you doing? You watched 50 minutes of me. Subscribe! Alright. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Get out of here, and I will see you all very, very soon.